I'm sorry about... yes, I'm sorry. A rather unprofessional moment of feedback there. How are your speakers doing tonight? Sorry, gang. I had the music up. When that music's on, I have it up here really loud. I do like my little tunes, don't you? Sorry, have I deafened anyone this morning? Don't start sitting in your what are they called? You know, trying to compensate money here for bleeding blown speakers or anything. You watch this programme at your own risk, boys and girls. At your own risk. Yes, a very good evening to you, boys and girls. It's Sunday, October the 13th, 2019, just gone 9:05 in the evening. Welcome along to this morning's, tonight's United Kingdom talk. Hope you are. Has the rain stopped where you are? Oh, it was absolutely ghastly yesterday, that rain. It came down and down right the way through the day, the night. Well, it's not over yet, dear. More rain is on its way, as indicated from the BBC weather site. Also in the Daily Mail, Britain is to be soaked. You need an ark. Now, those lovely, lovely people at Extinction Rebellion, have they still got that little old wooden boat that they plonked down in the middle of the Strand? Have they still got that going? You may need them, dear. You may need that to get around. Yes, Britain will be soaked with another 2 weeks of rain after weekend downpours saw cars ploughing through flooded roads and riverbanks at bursting point. Oh yes, the Met Office has issued a severe yellow rain warning that will last from midday to midnight tomorrow. It's all over, dear. We're all going to be washed away. It's all climate change. Hello? Can we borrow the wooden boat? You know, the one that you plonk down in the middle of the Strand? What do you mean it's not a real boat? Well, what's the point of that then? Go away and have a shower while you're at it as well. Ghastly people. There are also 33 flood alerts and 2 more serious warnings of rivers that could burst their banks and cause chaos from the upper Ouse. Ouse. Oh, that's a real name. Ouse. I love it. The River Ouse. O-U-S-E. Wasn't that something on Doctor Who? Oh, no, that was the Oud, wasn't it? Or the Ode. The Ouse. The River Ouse in Yorkshire. Down to Exmoor. This weekend, large swathes of the UK have been battered like a sausage. Battered sausages. Oh, no, we don't eat dead animals. Here, why hasn't anyone bought out a battered vegetarian sausage yet? I must have a word with our local fish and chip shop. Battered showers with roads in Essex pictured completely waterlogged. So more rain on the way, boys and girls. But don't worry, United Kingdom talk will be here at all times to carry on. We must carry on like Vera Lynn sang in that wonderful song. Keep shining through, just like you always do, till the blue skies push the dark clouds far away, or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know words. Oh, by the way, do you like this? My friend bought me that. Tea revives you. As you can just see the Holy Cross just above it, which I've broken. I broke the top of it. Did I tell you what I'd done to that? Oh, what an idiot. When I changed my backdrop to this rather colourful thing. When I changed the backdrop, I took the cross off carefully. The little string that was holding it up through a little loop broke, right? So I was going to get another bit of string, but I thought, why bother? I'll just put a gun staple straight through the hole. Well, of course, I forgot it was glass, didn't I? So I broke it. Don't tell Adam the plumber. He'd be absolutely horrified if you tell him, dear. He bought me that. It's nice, isn't it? I like it. Anyway, tea revives you. So I hope you've got a little cup of tea next to you today. Join us for our little show on this Sunday night, okay? Who's with us today? Let's have a look. Good evening to Gustav for the first time ever. I think you've got the first message of the day in today, Gustav. Congratulations. Congratulations. Who says bingo? No bingo. Not tonight. The prizes are not here yet. However, I have an email here telling me that they will be here next week sometime. Okay, so that's any day after tomorrow. They might even come tomorrow because I've got a few bits and pieces coming tomorrow. I've got a new router coming from 3, which I don't need because it's not a router problem. That's for our Lincolnshire television studio complex. But it's not the router, but I thought as it's free, I might as well have it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe we can do a show on the router. I don't know. So that's coming tomorrow. As well as, what else is coming? I've got a couple of parcels coming as well tomorrow. One of which may well be the bingo prizes, which will be here next week. Okay. The Super Chat gifts, because not really prizes, the Super Chat gifts have arrived, boys and girls. I've already sent out, those of you that sent me your postal address, if you've sent a Super Chat in the past, okay, send me your postal address and I will send you a little Super Chat gift in the post. Only for Super Chatters, okay? I'm now going to reveal the Super Chat gift. Are you ready? You're going to like this. It's very similar to our fridge magnets, which of course you can win. All right, you can win one of those. We'll be giving out raffle tickets later on during the show for these. And the raffle is, of course, Monday morning, sometime between 9 and 10 o'clock. Okay, on this channel. All right, there we are. That's the fridge magnets. You'll get a raffle ticket for one of those later on. When I say get your raffle tickets now, just ask for one and I'll give you one live on the air and I'll read you the number as well. Okay, but the Super Chatters will be getting one of these. Oh, yes. This is a badge. It's a badge, boy. Look at that badge. I mean, this is like a registered charity here, dear. You know, people want little bits and pieces, so I go out and buy them and I give them away. There we are. And you can have one of these, okay? Anyone who's sent in a Super Chat before will get one of these. And it says at the bottom, not on my bottom, incidentally. Not many people have seen that. That's a bit of a lie, to be honest. But anyway, there we are. So can you see that there? So there's a little picture of me in the corner there. And it says underneath, I'm a Chris Reardon Super Chatter. Already, some of these have been sent off. Let me see where I sent them, and I'll tell you. So don't ask once you've already been sent. I have a list. Oh, don't think you can ask again, dear. You know, once you've had one, that's it. End of. Here we go. We've got our list here. Super Chat badges have gone to Mr. Michael Lawrence, Sean Pye, Carol MC and Dave, Dr. SOS Gregorian, Adam the Plumber, Mark Bowles. I think that's it, actually. I think that's it. Claire. Claire's been sent one as well. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone at the moment. So there are some other people that have sent Super Chats before. If you want, obviously you do want one, please send me your postal address, namely, let's have a look, Sam458. You sent a Super Chat, so you can have one, all right? Wonder Woman, you can have one. Glenda S, Matthew Van, High Grade Gaming, DJ RS, Joanna Evola, Nick Mason, Roy the Boy, I think, and Dinny. All these people have sent Super Chats in the past. If you can send me a private message by email, please, with your postal address there, I shall get those in the post to you, my darlings. If you've ever sent a Super Chat, and people do send a Super Chat, that's the little dollar sign. If you're watching on Facebook, you can't do it. You've got to join us on YouTube for the full Chris Reardon experience. The full experience is only available on YouTube, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Hit the subscribe button there, boys and girls, and you'll be able to see everything else. The Super Chat is the little dollar thing in the bottom left-hand corner. It's a tip. Okay, you can send me a tip. Well, I don't ask for a tip, but if you want to, that facility is there. Just click the S button, then it'll tell you what to do. And if you do, I'll send you one of those as a little thank you, all right? There we are. That's what they're for. Little badges. I shall wear today. Oh, it's not straight, is it? There's someone to moan about that. Oh, your badge isn't straight. Oh, they do. They do. I can sit here for hours, right? Must watch my fingers, dear. I can sit here for... Is that straight now? I can sit here for hours doing different stories and talking about things, and then no one notices it. It's like, oh, your badge isn't straight. Oh, your collar's undone. Oh, the Barry Manilow calendar's a bit crooked. That's the only thing that people notice on this programme. I don't know why. Perhaps we should give a prize, for the person who notices the most things that have gone wrong. That might be an idea, mightn't it? Maureen's just texted in. Good evening, Maureen, who's just watched you playing the two hymns on the organ this morning. Thank you very much. I think that's Maureen. Well, hang on a minute. Why hasn't your name come up there? It's just like a number. I don't know what people's numbers are. I've got your... if you've ever texted into the show, it should come up with your name for some reason, and it hasn't. Let me just double check this. Oh, that's gone a bit wrong. I've just got a blank screen now. Nothing worked. Oh, there. Oh, it was. I thought it was Maureen. Yes, she's just watched me playing the organ this morning. Played the organ at church this morning. That went all right. We got a new priest down the church, Father Simon, who's all right. You know, and I did do a little mistake. I don't know if it was so much of a mistake at the end, but what happened is I played the intro, and I played like the last bit of the chorus together. So it was Immaculate Mary, if you know that one. Ave Maria. Da 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 da. And then I went da 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 da. Except the priest thought that was the point at which it should start. And he kind of started in the wrong place. I don't know if it was me or him, but it doesn't matter. It's all done in the best possible taste. So that was quite nice this morning. Good evening to Rachel Wheatland. Good evening, Rachel, my dear. Let's just see some of your messages this morning. Hello to Steph Diamond, who missed me. I missed you as well, Steph. Oh, it's awful sitting, you know, wanting to do a show and not able to do one. I mean, really, I do miss doing this when I'm not here. That is absolute truth, that is. Hello to Catron Doody. Good evening, Catron. That must be Kate, is it? Catron Doody. You've got a different name on there, my love. Hello, my love. Hello to Ben Rolfe. Good evening, Ben. Welcome to our show, Ben. Liz Hargreaves is in the house, who's sharing our live show this morning. Thank you, Liz. Let me just scroll down a little bit there. Love a late night evening show, says Gustav. He always has half a dinner down his shirt. There's no dinner down here, dear, is there? I haven't had it yet. I had lunch. I'm trying to cut down on my food, you know. Only 2 bars of chocolate per day and 1 bag of crisps instead of 5 of each. I'm doing quite well. I've managed to have no crisps and no chocolate today so far. I mean, it's killing me, to be honest, but we must try. We must try. All right. Hello to Jason Hughes. Good evening, Jason. Let's see. Pete Branch in the house. Good evening, Pete, who's in Wheatley, County Durham, UK. I've never been there, Pete. Never been to County Durham. What are you doing? Are you back here now, then? Usually in Brazil, aren't you, my love? Evening to Mick Davenport. Evening, Mick. Pete says it's very cold. Well, I'm not surprised coming from Brazil, because it's hot over there, isn't it? Let's just scroll. Oh, I can see a couple of super chats there. I'll just come down to those in a second. All right, my darlings. Let's scrolling there. Hello to Jason Massey. Good evening. Don't you mean Jason? What did I say then? Was I saying the wrong name there? Was that the ones that have already been sent off? Jason, what did I say? Hang on a minute. Where's my little list? Because I don't want to miss anyone out. If you're good enough to send little bits and pieces to me, I want to send something to you, you know. Jason. What was I called? I don't know what I was talking about, Jason. Nick Mason. Is it Nick Mason? Nick Mason? I don't know. What have I got here? I haven't missed anyone out, have I? I hope I haven't anyway. Let me know if I have, okay? No, there's no bingo tonight, I'm afraid. The prizes are not here yet, Jason. Sorry, darling. Sean Pye, good evening. Jason, it's Baldy. Yes, I've had my hair cut. That's better, isn't it? Don't you think that's so much better now? I hate long hair. Anything that's longer than 3mm does my head in. It really does. I had a lovely chap cut my hair yesterday. He was about 22. Bit young, really. Bit young. But I quite liked his... He smelt a bit of B.O. Right, it was a little bit of B.O. coming from under his arms. But I quite liked it on him. That must mean I'm attracted. Do you think so? Apparently, if we smell of a bit... Oh, you know, even if someone might say, oh, he stinks. Oh, I find that quite nice. That must be an attraction, mustn't it? What do you smell like, Sean? Are your feet pretty bad? Hello to Mike Rees-Ponto. Good evening, Mike. Evening, sir. Hello to Fun Things to Do with Tech. Greetings to you. Is that dirt under your nose? No, it's just not been shaved off properly. It's only a little bit now. I don't like it too long. I don't like it completely bald, but not too long either, you know. Poor Pete got soaked in London yesterday. They were camping in Trafalgar Square, I know. When did they put the pegs in? You know, because I was in the Scouts, so I understand tents and all that business. But you know these Extinction Rebellion people, they're all in these tents. How do they put the pegs in? Do they put them sort of in between the paving stones or something? Very strange and mysterious. Oh, it's terrible. I used to put up tents when we were in the Scouts, in the pouring down with rain. Many a tent I've put up in the pouring down with rain. Let me tell you that now. Hello to Adrian Richardson. Good evening, Adrian. Hope your mum's all right, my darling. Matthew Van. Good evening, Matthew. I think you need to email me your postal address there, Matthew. I think you're one of them. Hello to John Lauder. Evening to you. Cornwall is wet and windy tonight. I'm sure it is. Right down on that coast. Beautiful place, Cornwall. Jason. We don't have a problem with the internet here. Not in the Bracknell Television Studio complex. In fact, I'm here all week. I'm not up to the caravan this week. We're having a little break from the caravan this week. Good evening to Heidi Oliver. Good evening to you. Oh, Sean's got new Bose headphones. Oh, he's got some cash. Have you been robbing shops again, Sean? Bose headphones. Yeah, I've got a pair of those, the wireless ones downstairs. I've had them for years. I lost a pair somewhere. Not the wireless ones, the wired ones. I lost a pair of Bose headphones. Shocking, isn't it? They're very good quality, though. Good evening to Gareth Loxton. Good evening to you. Hello to Gary Davidson, Julian Clark, Adam the Plumber in the house, Tom Harris. Good evening, Tom. Long time no see, Tom. Hello, Tom. Welcome to our little show, Tom. All right. Adam has just switched to 3 on the internet. Got a 3 Alexa. £25 a month unlimited. That's right. It's so cheap. So cheap, the 3 network. But did you buy a phone via them or just a SIM card? I think you must have just had a SIM. That'd be all right. But if you try and leave them, it's really difficult. Oh, Christ, don't ever try and leave 3. You're better off paying it than trying to leave them. Pete wants a fridge magnet. Well, you'll have to wait in a minute. You'll be able to get a raffle ticket later on into the show. Thank you very much. Michael Lawrence has sent a £2 super chat. Michael Lawrence has tipped me today. Thank you very much, Michael. Very kind of you. There is already a little badge on its way to you in the post, Michael. They were sent off this morning, actually. After I finished church, I walked down to the post box and put them by the... there's a post box right next to the post office. So I think they sometimes those ones go on a Sunday, don't they? If they're outside a post, but I just assumed that. I don't know if it's right or not. Let's have a look. Excuse me. Kate Doody says, I bet a fair few people have seen your bottom. How rude. Oh, you just make me out to be someone that's like easy. How dare you? Easy? Me? God's sake, Kate. You shouldn't judge everyone by your own actions, my dear. Sorry, easy? Me? Hello to Craig McKenzie. Good evening to you. Am I on your list, says Matthew. Did you send a super chat, Matthew? I did do that at the beginning of the show. Obviously, not everyone was with us at the beginning. Yeah, there's Matthew. Yeah, you need to send me your postal address, Matthew. By email, please. There's the email address. Send me your postal address there and I'll get a super chatter badge off to you tomorrow. Where are they? Also, they've gone. Where have they gone? Someone's nicked them. I had them here a minute ago, didn't I? There we are. Oh, no, here we are. There's the super chatter badges. So they are slightly smaller than the fridge magnet, super chatter badger. You get a little picture of me on there as well. Little me there. Okay? So just send me your postal address because you've already sent the super chat, my darling. And anyone else who sends a super chat, if you email me your postal address, then I'll put one in the post to you. All right, my love? Rachel, of course, is Wonder Woman, so you send one as well. Art Master likes the little badges. Just a little bit of fun, do you know what I mean? That's all they are. Good evening to Virginia Gonzalez. Evening, Virginia. Welcome to the show, my darling. High Grade Gaming sent a super chat. Yes, you did. Did I read your name out earlier? I'm sure I did. One moment, please. I have my list in front of me. So there it is. There it is there. Yes. Send your postal address to there, my friend, okay? Some of them have gone out already because the people that were with us yesterday morning, I asked them to send the address, so quite a lot of them have already gone out. But if you haven't sent me your postal address, please send it tonight and I'll get them off to you tomorrow morning, all right? Hello to Tina Millard. Good evening, Tina. Super chat from Mark Bowles. He talks about you at home all the time. I think he loves you possibly more than me. Oh, no, it's his girlfriend. Oh, we're in trouble now, dear. Oh, dear. Well, let me know if you're finished with him, Tina. You know, it gets a bit boring with the same old... Sorry, I mean, you know, do you know what I mean, dear? Tina, his one is in the post. It went off this morning. All right, my darling, so you should have that, I reckon, Tuesday or Wednesday. Good evening to MP Dodsworth joining us this evening. Jason Hughes won't be able to wear the badge in some places I work for offending foreigners. Just wear it, Jason. Wear it. Don't worry about that, mate. You put that badge on. Why would that offend foreigners? A flag. Oh, I haven't got time for those people, dear. I've had that at work before when I've had a little Union Jack flag that my friend Ray Reynolds, he brings in little flags that he uses as props. And we wave at her. Someone comes up. Oh, don't you think that will offend the Europeans? Well, it doesn't offend me if someone gets the French flag out, or the German one, or the Iceland one, or the Irish one. Why would it offend people? People look for offence. Jason, you wear that badge proud and loud. Land of hope and glory and all that business. Thank you very much. All right, Jason, thank you very much for your £2 tip today, dear. All right. Hello to Shirley Deal. Good evening, Shirley. Michael's coming down again for another little bit of karaoke tomorrow at Central Station. Hello, my darling. Jason, okay. Let's just scroll down. Let's see. I do keep saying good morning, do I? Yeah, that's the trouble. I do keep saying good morning, don't I? Right. One moment. I'll have to go down a bit because we're not keeping up here. There we are. Sean, £10 from Sean Pye. Sean, you're loaded, aren't you, mate? You're like practically every show. Sean sends £2. Tonight, £10. Wow. Thank you, Sean. Very, very and that's in yellow. My favourite colour is either purple or yellow. I like yellow. My yellow shirt always goes down a treat when I wear that, either on the show or out somewhere like that. Okay, I can't read all your messages out, my darlings. I'm just going to do some name checks for you, anyone who hasn't had their name mentioned. Hello to Park Nest. Good evening, Park Nest. Tony Powers there, who's sent in a song for the UK songwriting contests. He's a semi-finalist, so good luck with that. Christmas Time with You. He's got a Christmas song out. Tony writes songs. He's written songs for the Eurovision as well before, so that's great, isn't it? Very talented man. Good evening, Tony. Hello to Ellie Scott Shaw. Good evening, Ellie. Welcome to our show, darling. Energy for Real Changes is here. What city are you from? I'm from London. I'm not in London anymore, but I was brought up in London. And Energy for Real Changes, is that anything to do with like renewable energy or anything like that? I have solar panels on the roof here, which I did about 12 or 13 years ago now. I have dirt cheap electricity bills here, absolutely dirt cheap because of the solar panels, yeah. Let's have a look. Well, I'll have to scroll down here, my darlings, all right? Hello to Kim Witt. Good evening, Kim Witt. Tony Carroll in the house is from Foxton Library, New Zealand. Watching in a library. Good evening, Tony. Long time no see. Hope you're well there. Our days out are in the house. Someone's wishing Tom happy birthday. Hello to Tom Harris, which is so nice to see him. I haven't seen him for ages, Tom Harris, so it's really nice. Good evening to LaBelle. You haven't missed anything at all, LaBelle. Don't worry. Nothing happens on this show that you can't catch up on later. Okay. Mark's home, apparently. Well, he's late. He said he weren't getting home till 9:30. He must have lost at the darts, did he? Did you keep missing the board? Hello, where's that board? I've thrown darts at a board before and they've literally bounced back at me. It was a bit worrying, really. No, I'm no good at darts, billiards, pool. I can't do anything like that. Football. I've got to say, and I did mention this yesterday, I was astounded yesterday watching the news, this bloke from Kenya who ran the marathon in less than 2 hours. But apparently this can't be recognised or something because it wasn't a race or I can't. I mean, give him the bloody recognition for Christ's sake. Why has he not got the recognition? Because I don't know. There was some sort of because it wasn't timed properly or because it wasn't a race or something like that. And apparently they checked the weather and the course was all flat. And so it's not classed as well, it is in my mind. Give him the award or whatever it is that they haven't given him. Good evening to Peter Lake. He's up in Woodall Spa. Good evening to you, Peter. There used to be a boy at school with terrible BO. He used to sit on his own. Is that right? Poor thing. Oh, how awful. Oh, that's horrible, making them sit on their own like that. Hello to Roy Brownlowe. Good evening, Roy. I don't see a super chat from you there, Roy. Are you paying full attention? Roy doesn't hear the whole show. He only hears the bits and pieces he wants to hear. Did I read out your name earlier, Roy? Did I read out your name earlier? I can't see your name on my list, Roy. I hope you're not lying to me, dear. Roy. Oh, what's this? You're an absolute delight, Roy. Where is your name on my list, Roy? Roy the boy. Yes, you were read out. No, Roy the boy. Roy the boy. Hang on, Roy Brownlowe. Roy, the boy's there. I don't see a super chat from you on my list here. It's here, love. It's here. I checked it all out. I think you're telling porky pies, Roy. SOS Gregorians at the Ask You karaoke. Hello to you, sir. That's down in Hammersmith there, isn't it? Hammersmith. Sorry, we had a couple of little dropped frames there. The picture might have frozen for a little bit there. I hope it didn't affect it too badly. Hello to Simon Gilman. Did I win? If not, can I get a tip? I don't know if you won. What do you mean? What did you win? What are you asking? What you won? We haven't done anything yet to win. Jason wants a curry for the. I can't believe Sean sent her £10. That's a bit of a record. Thank you ever so much, Sean. Adrian, didn't I send you a super chat? Does that classify for a badge? No, you didn't. I got the list here, mate. Printed out from YouTube. God, lying people today. £100 is red. Is it really, Mick? Is that what £100 super chat? I've never seen one. I doubt I'll ever see one of those. Not even at Christmas, probably. My brother-in-law might. I think they're still in Cyprus. I've given up trying to ring my sister over there. I don't know what she does with the bloody phone. My sister cannot work a telephone. She can't. She either puts it on the speakerphone and everything's echoing. You can't hear a word. I've tried to ring her twice today. Nothing again. Maybe they're on the plane on the way home. I don't know. I don't know where my sister is. She's been on holiday in Cyprus. In fact, no one was answering the phone at all tonight. It was most disappointing. Most disappointing. Hello to... someone can't send a message on YouTube. Is that right? Let's have a look who that is. I don't know who that is. Have you got your name? Did you send your name there? Hang on a minute. Let me see. I don't know who... Someone sent a text message. Can't send you a message this evening on YouTube, but you haven't put your name there, so I don't know who you are, darling. Perhaps you'd like to text again and send me your name, and then I know who's who. There's Mark Bowles. There you are. Oh, your missus is on this. She's not happy with you. Apparently you talk about me too much. Talk about me even more when you leave her for me, wouldn't you? Evening, Mark. You're a bit early back from the darts. Was you not very successful tonight? Did you keep missing the board? Oh, look, you can super chat anything up to £2,000. Well, maybe if Elton John's watching, you could send us £2,000 if you want to. I don't know what I'd do with it. I'm not a money person, really. Honestly, I'm not. I've no interest in being. I don't even do the lottery. What difference will £2 million, or what is it? What was it this week? 14 million? What difference will that make to my? I'll still come in here, sit here, and talk. Oh, we might have a crew. We might have a crew with different cameras and things like that. But quite honestly, I'd just still be sitting here chatting rubbish for a while. Giving out badges left, right, and centre. Energy for real changes. How can I be a socially and warm person like you? Oh, I don't know if I'm warm and sociable. I'm not sure I am. I don't know if I'm warm and sociable. Maybe while I'm here. But sometimes at work, I'm trying to get on with a job, and then people are kind of trying to talk to you sometimes, and you just haven't got time for them. Unfortunately, there we are. No, there's once again. It's we got congratulations. What's that? I don't know what that is. We've got another message now. People are not putting their names on their text messages, so please send them through, my darlings. All right. Good. Ellie's due a happy birthday tonight because she's wearing her birthday suit. Honestly, Ellie, I don't know what's wrong with you, dear. She's always getting bits and pieces off on various websites, Ellie, for Christ's sake. Hello to Mark Jones, who's off to Spain tomorrow. He's doing the Slimming World at the moment. What you lost now, Mark? Do let us know. There's a couple of you in the Slimming World at the moment. Adam the Plumber has managed to lose half a stone in 2 weeks, so congratulations on that one. I think Mark's lost a bit of weight as well, so not quite sure how much you've lost so far, Mark. Do let us know, all right? Good evening to Lee Toby. Thank you very much, Lee. We do try and make an effort now and again. All right, SCTV fan is there. Hello, Chris. Good evening. It's Monday somewhere in the world today. Let's have the drawing today, or just announce that my name is a winner. No, the draw is tomorrow. The draw is tomorrow. Raffle is Monday mornings between 8:30 and 10 o'clock UK time on this channel, okay? Only on this channel. Right. Roy Brownlowe reckons he's been scammed. Thank you, Roy, who says he's... so that's Roy there, is it? Now, what's Roy want to say? I sent £2 last week twice. Well, you're not on my list here. I don't know where it's gone. Let me have a second look. What is your name on Super Chat, on YouTube? Is it still Roy Brownlowe, or is it something else? Because if it's something else, then I won't know, will I? I've just realised. I think you're DJRS, aren't you? You're DJRS, aren't you? Well, what do you expect? If you use different names... I know why you use different names. That's what you do at the social, don't you? Eh? I bet you go down the social and you've got all these different addresses and names to claim money. Yeah, that's why. See, it's you that's getting confused, not me. I can see it now. DJRS. There it is there, right in front of me. Now, I just want to point out that the reason I've printed this off is so that I know whose little Super Chat badges, there we are, I've sent off and whose I haven't. Because I want everyone that has sent in a Super Chat to get one of these, all right? So make sure, if you have, I can double check it here, Roy Brownlowe has got several names and is accusing me, honest Chris. I mean, would you buy a car from me? Would you buy a car? Oh, really? Oh, okay. What about a bag of cheese and onion crisps? From the supermarket. I used to work in a supermarket. Little private supermarket was in Putney. Called Bilates it was. And I have told this story before. There was one particular day. Oh, God, I can't remember her name now. Anyway, I'm just putting these things through the till. And it was all buttons. And there was no scanning, dear. You had to actually enter an amount. You know, 2.00 for £2. I don't think anything was £2. Nothing was as dear as £2. You're putting this funny. And I looked up, and there she was. That woman, Elaine Page. Elaine Page. I looked up, and Elaine Page is there. I'm like, oh. And I was starstruck. Yeah, a little bit like probably you would be if you met me, for example. You know. Oh, hello. I really like your music, I said to her. And she looked at me down her nose and said, just get on with your job. Well, I never bought another bloody record from her again. Miserable old bag. Yeah, we used to work in a supermarket. There we are. So there you are, Roy. Can I suggest, in future, you use the correct name, the same name on YouTube and Facebook and text. You've even texted in the word Roy. Well, how do I remember that is DJRS? Yeah, we know your sort. You got all these different aliases so you can get money left, right and centre from various different people. That's what's going on in your life. I know. So, you would think that by now you've sent your address in. Come on, send your address in, dear, and I'll get that off to you tomorrow morning, okay? Hello to Russ, Philip Vernon. Good evening to you. Mick's just watched Martin's vlog. It was funny. They're busy shopping. Did you see? Yeah, my brother-in-law does videos as well. And he actually makes a living. I just a little bit, you know, I don't really, well, I don't do this to make money, but he makes a living from it. And he's found what makes a living for him. He does, those of you that don't know, he does restoring videos. So, for example, if I got one of my old electric trains here, you can see that it's looking a little bit, perhaps, actually, probably I could clean that up. But this is plastic. He gets metal things, like all rusted, and he completely removes the, I don't know what you call it, with a scraping thing. Removes all the rust and then repaints it all, and it looks fantastic. And he makes a good living out of that, a really good living out of that. Yeah, so there we are. How do I get onto the website? Oh yes, Martin's vlog. And there's one, he's just uploaded a video, right? And they're going shopping in the shopping centre in Cyprus. And in the back of someone's car is a bloody pelican. I kid you not, a real one. I think it's a pelican with those things with the great big beaks with the thing hanging down. I mean, probably some of you got parents who have got one of those things hanging down like that, or grandparents. You know, what's that thing with the big beak? It is a pelican, isn't it? I like that word, pelican. Blooming great big like that. And this thing is sitting in the back of someone's car. And anyway, Martin made a little bit of a video out of that, so that's quite good. That is. I did see that. I certainly did see that. Good evening to Angela Walters, who is in Melbourne, Australia. Good evening, Angela. Hello to, thank you very much. Our Days Out has just sent me a £2 super chat. Look, the money's pouring in. I'm on more money here than Graham Norton, you know. Absolutely. Thank you very much to Our Days Out. It's very nice of you there. Liz trying to send me messages. Why is she not able to send me messages? She should do if she wants to. Yeah. Was it 9? Someone finishes 99. If you send a text message and you've never sent one before, please put your name there as well so that I know who's who. All right, my darlings. It might help your diet if you won the lottery. How? It won't. I'll just buy even more chocolate. Oh, we do like a bar of chocolate, don't you? Oh, yes. Let's have a look there. Carol MC and Dave. Good evening to Carol MC and Dave. Your little badge has been posted. Okay, that went off this morning. There's my sister. You don't answer your phone either, but today we was up a mountain and there's no phone signal. There's no phone signal wherever you go. That's my sister in Cyprus. I wasn't sure whether you were coming back or not today. I thought you might have been on the plane tonight. Come fly with me. Let's fly away. Yes, very nice indeed. All right. Just scroll down a bit. Mark Jones has lost £16, has he? So that's just over a stone, isn't it? Congratulations, very good, very good. Any loss, any weight loss is a loss. Remember that. You know, you might go through a week where you've lost half a pound. That's still a loss, mate. That's half a bag of sugar. Congratulations. Mrs. Methane is in the house. You're so cool. You're so cool. Tony, I think they're losing weight to make room for the plum pudding at Christmas. Oh, I don't like anything like that. Christmas cake or Christmas pudding, absolutely vile stuff. Oh, God, no. When we used to, I can't remember. I think we did have Christmas pudding, but my dad and mum ate it all. I hated that stuff. And they light the thing on the top and all these blue flames shoot out of it, don't they? You know, it's awful. You could do the same with my sister's bum, actually, when she farts. Never ever smoke near my sister because you never know when one's coming out. You never know when a fart's... She doesn't even know herself when one's come out. Be very, very aware of smoking ever around my sister, okay? We're not doing the raffle tickets yet, Pete. You'll have to wait a bit, darling. We have to do them all at the same time. Otherwise, it becomes incredibly confusing, okay? But we'll be doing that a little bit later on. Rachel can't wait for her badge. Do I get a birthday card for Wednesday? I don't know about that. Yes, Martin gave me a super chat, so there's one for him as well. Of course I know that. Got the list here, dear. The list is here. DJRS is a rebel. Let's have a look. Let's just scroll down here. Right. I'll have to... We're not getting on with anything, are we? Virginia Gonzalez has sent $5 as well tonight. Thank you very much, darling. Virginia Gonzalez in the house. Hope you got your little raffle number earlier, which I sent you over there. Okay. Right. There we go. We're at the end there. Good. Jason Hughes, we had Christmas pudding in the cupboard for a few years. It's lovely with cream. No, I'm not a Christmas pudding person. Virginia, have you got I don't know how old you are, Virginia. I'm not asking your age. Have you got a family and that? Do you do Christmas puddings and that where you are? What would be sort of a sweet thing to have after Christmas dinner? Presumably you would have a turkey or something like that. My sister always does cooking. Lovely dinner she does for Christmas, actually. She does me a little special nut roast or something like that. And it's all nice. But I can't be eating Christmas pudding or Christmas cake. I like sponge cake. Actually, there's a really cheap birthday cake you can get in Aldi. If it's someone's birthday sometimes at the pub and I know about it, I often go to Aldi and get them a little bit of a cake or something like that, which is quite nice. And it's not dear. It's only like £4. You want a nice cake, go into Aldi. They've got two types of birthday cakes. One's like with a white, like a creamy coloured top, a little star sprinkles and things like that. And the other one is like a chocolate icing type, again with little sprinkles and things on the top. And then they're really nice. They're only about £4. You could just have one, even if it's not your birthday. I went for a stage like that, you know. Oh, seriously, a few years ago it was now. I would go into Waitrose, and buy a birthday cake, even though it wasn't my birthday, and eat it during the week. Oh, they're absolutely delicious. Absolutely. No wonder I got to 14 stone. Mind you, I'm not far off that now, about 13 stone 10 at the moment. All right. Excuse me a moment. Let's just, all these super... I'll be able to buy a box of crisps soon, Mick. I hope so. Matthew, can I have a badge and a picture? Was your name mentioned earlier? Yes. Have you sent me your postal address, Matthew? You've sent it, have you? I think I mentioned this earlier to you. Did you? Have you not? Have you been with us the whole show or not? I did mention that to you earlier, my darling. So hello to Pajero. Likes a good stuffing. Yeah, I bet you do, my darling. Me too. It's been so long, really. Dollars only. It doesn't matter if it's dollars, dear. Makes no difference to me. It's all cash. It's all cash. It's all cash and it's all grateful. I don't care if someone sends £1 or £10 or £100 or £500 or nothing. You're all the same friends. And that's it. That nice? A nice thing to say. I think so. Hello to Virginia, pumpkin pie. I don't think I'd like that. I think I've had pumpkin pie and I really didn't enjoy that at all. You know, it's what you like, really. I like a vegetable pie. Vegetables pie is quite nice. Do you like that? Martin, my brother-in-law, he likes a steak and I think it's steak and owl pie. I think it was him who liked that. Tony doesn't like Christmas pie, pudding either. He says, I like a nice trifle. Oh yeah, we'll have a trifle. We will have a trifle. Thank you. Do you like this, Roy? Do you like that? My mate got me that. I don't know where he got that from, actually. Tea revives you. It's nothing better than a cup of tea, you know that. Is it Michael's birthday tomorrow? I will check that, Michael. Tina Millard. Mark always has a chocolate log after dinner. Oh, no, Tina, please. I hope he gets rid of it. He's not one of those people that leave it in there. Like my nephew does that. My older nephew does that for his wife. She goes mad. She goes absolutely mad. Black pudding. Oh, God, no. How can anyone eat something made out of blood? Oh, no, not black pudding. Now, listen. I've got some news here for you. Which most of the lads on here are straight lads, as I well know. But, boys, do you have an iPhone? Right? And Tina, be worried. Has Mark got an iPhone? Have any of the straight lads on here got iPhones? And I'll tell you why. In the Metro tonight, a man is suing Apple because his iPhone has turned him gay. This is a true story. A man in Russia has launched a lawsuit against Apple after he alleged that his phone has turned him gay. I hope it doesn't happen to you, Roy, because I don't think you're going to be very successful in the gay world with your moaning all the time. This bloke wants 1 million rubles, which is about £16,500. After £16,500 is 21,000 US, 27,000 Australian. Okay, look at all these calculations I do in my head. Oh, don't worry about that, my loves. I've got perfect maths. I have perfect maths. He wants about £16,500 after he was given 69 gay coins of cryptocurrency instead of bitcoins he'd been expecting. What the hell are gay coins of cryptocurrency? What the hell's that then? I'd never heard of such a thing. The money came up with a message in English, don't judge without trying. And you should always try things. I was married for a while, you know. He did what he was told, tried it, and is now in a relationship. He tried it with a bloke, and now he's with the bloke. He wrote in court papers, I thought indeed, how can I judge something without trying it? And decided to try same-sex relationships. I can say, after the passage of 2 months, that I'm married in intimacy with a member of my own sex, and I can't get out. Sorry, marred. Mirrored. Mirrored? M-I-R-E-D. What's that? Marred? Mirrored? I'm mirrored in intimacy with a member of my own sex and can't get out. What do you mean you can't get it out? Oh, that's dodgy. You want to go to Casualty about that. Perhaps Nurse Charlie from Casualty will be able to help you, or Duffy while she's still in it. Anyone watch Casualty? You know Duffy's leaving next year. Oh, I'm so sad. She's playing a character with dementia. Oh, it's incredibly sad watching what's going on there. But yeah, she's got dementia. I think she's probably going to die of that next year. It's in a programme, you know, it's not real life. But very well played, I have to say. That's Casualty on BBC One Colour, Saturday nights, various times around the hour of sort of 8:30. Anyway, the story goes on. I can say after the passage of 2 months that I'm marred in intimacy with a member of my own sex and can't get out. I have a steady boyfriend and I don't know how to explain it to my parents. After receiving the aforementioned message, okay, you know, try something once, my life has changed for the worse and I will never be normal again. Well, what's normal? Could you class me as normal? No. Could you class Victoria Beckham as normal? No. How could you class that as normal? No one can be that miserable. No one. Could you class Simon Cowell as normal? What's he look? Here's a quick impression of Simon Cowell today. What's he had done to his face this week? Blimey. Katie Price. Is she normal? No. There is no normal. End of story. This bloke has accused Apple of manipulatively pushing him towards homosexuality since sending him the gay coins in 2017 and was suing because of moral suffering and harm to mental health. The app was created by a third party, but he believes Apple has a responsibility for the programs they host. His lawyer said her client is scared and the case is seriously. He will be heard in court in Moscow on October the 7th. Well, I hope we get to find out what happened there. He's going to sue Apple for making him gay. Do me a favour. It was always bubbling away under there, mate. You know, there's a few people here that's it's bubbling away over. I reckon as well. There we are. So that's the news there. Where are we now? Jason's got a Huawei. Yeah, very good phones, Huawei. My nephew's got one of those. His wife's got one of those. And my sister and her husband have got one of those now. Very, very good phones, the Huawei. The camera on them is something else. It really is. I've just got an iPhone 8. Where's mine? Here's mine, iPhone 8 here. Well, iPhone 8. That's all I've got. And that does me. Although I have to say, I'm now having to charge that twice, sort of almost every day now. You know, the battery is starting to die down a little bit, really. I suppose it's not at the point I'd need to change the battery, though. You know, because you can get that done, can't you? Pete Brance, your show turns me gay. Well, you can't claim anything here, dear. What can you claim off here? Probably about 15 quid. Oh, dear. Tina, oh, what a show. Mark's got a Samsung. Oh, he'll be all right then, Tina. Mark with a Samsung. Roy has fouled at Britain's Got Talent. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Roy. I've got no time with Britain's Got Talent and X Factor. People that are judging other people. If you enjoy what you do, go and do it. You know, I get dodgy messages sometimes. Some of you have seen them. You know, you get nasty messages from people who don't enjoy what you do. It doesn't matter. I'm still enjoying it. So just carry on doing what you love, Roy. And don't take any notice from anyone else. All right, my darling? Heidi's going to get a new flat. Oh, are you moving? Are you moving from... I think you're in Fulham, aren't you? Are you moving from Fulham? Where are you going? Our Days Out has got an iPhone. Oh... I always thought that was something very, very dodgy about you, young man. I should be watching very carefully your posts. If you start posting pictures of who's that lad with a similar body to mine who does the swimming? What's his name? Tom Daly. If I start seeing little pictures of Tom Daly on your thing there, your wife is going to be very, very upset, my friend. Watch out, watch out. There's a Humphrey about. Yes. Do you remember that one? Roy's got a Samsung. That turned him straight. Well, I'm sure it would do. Has anyone got Samsungs anymore? Is that the one that used to explode? The Samsung phones? Jason's got a Huawei as well, so there we are. Let's see. Jason! Oh, sorry. Where are we going now? Ellie, 69 is a great number. Ellie is like one of those, she's just on heat all the time, Ellie. Watch out for her, lads. Watch out for her. Ellie is on heat I'm sure you've got a couple of pictures uploaded to one of those dodgy websites that finishes with the word hub. Yes, you know the one. Hub. Are you on hub? I'm not going to say that. I can't bring myself to say the word on this family-based program. I reckon Ellie's got a few videos uploaded to hub. There's a particular woman on that site, and she. No, I don't dare. I don't dare go down that route. We'll be taken off stream if I start talking about that. Roy says gay money is the hybrid cryptocurrency built for the LGBT community. Oh, please. They got more time to do these things, haven't they? Come and say things like that, honestly. Hello to Joey Millen. Good evening to you. LaBelle, I am the most normal person I've seen. The epitome of normal. Do you think so? Hey, Pajero wants to know where you are, Ellie. Don't ask her that. She'll send you her address and a cab round to bring you to her. If she knows where you are and you want her address, she will come. She will send a cab. You'll be dragged out of your house and into her. She lives in a little caravan. Did you know that? Yeah. At the moment, it's hooked up alongside the motorway somewhere. She's got hazard lights. She's pretending she's broken down, but she hasn't really broken down. It's just stopping there for the night. Talking of things that are broken down. Oh, so last night, okay, on the way home, the journey home should take me. I can do it in an hour if I want to. If I went to speed limit, okay, not over. If I went to speed limit, I could be home in an hour, but I don't. I keep like 55 on the motorway. I'm an economical driver, Okay, so I'm coming home. The sat nav said M4. I prefer the M3. Okay. So I've ignored the sat-nav. I've gone on the M3 and joined the M3. I've come through Richmond, or just past Richmond, come through Twickenham on the A316 and joined the M3. And I'm going up and over, and there's this sign, 40 mile an hour. I thought, oh no, why is this 40 mile? But it was pouring down with rain, so I thought it might have been something to do with the weather. Anyway, 40 is flashing, so I'm on the little side there doing 40. As always, cars are tearing past me on the other two lanes, so don't bother me. 40 mile an hour. What difference does that make? About 3 minutes to my journey. So I'm going along, and then it became 30, and I thought, oh, there's something going on here. And then as I come around the corner, there's all these red lights in front of me. I say all these. It wasn't too bad, but it was definitely a queue of cars. I thought, oh God, what's happened here? Anyway, so I've slowed down and I've stopped. And I wasn't that far back that I couldn't see blue flashing lights in front of me, and the police had stopped all the traffic. This is on the motorway just before the M25 last night, so this would have been round about 12:30, 12:45, something like that, I think it was. And we sat there, and police cars were coming past. On the left-hand side, there was an ambulance. There was a fire engine. I thought, "Oh, this looks serious." Because I know it's sometimes you're sitting in traffic and you forget about what has actually happened in front of you. Has someone died? Someone's lost their life or something like that. Anyway, we ended up stuck there. We were there for an hour. Seriously. In fact, at one point, I even put the heating on in the car, which I don't like to do because it uses too much petrol, dear. But and eventually it did start moving again, and they took the cones away and we started moving off slowly, and just on the side of the road there was this car, and the front of it had been completely destroyed, really. I can't remember if I saw an ambulance or not, but it didn't look good. And sometimes I think we do forget about that. You know, when we're stuck, not so much in London, you just get the traffic there is just a nightmare all the time in London. But certainly on a motorway, you know, when you get those red flashing lights and, you know, and these fire engines, things tear past you. What has actually happened up above? Is someone dead? It's incredibly sad, really, when you think about it. And of course, as I just said to you, you know, before I started on that, these cars, it was pouring down with rain, like absolutely chucking it down last night. The road will be slippery, and yet they still insist on going over in the fast lane 90, 100 mile an hour if they don't kill themselves. You see, this is the thing. I mean, I'll be honest with you. No, if someone's going at 90, 100 mile an hour, whatever it is, and they skid off the road and die, well, you know, whose fault is that? But they hit other people. You know, perhaps lads and lasses on motorbikes. You know, who are going along, minding their own business, this car loses control, and then they've killed someone else. Now, that really bothers me. Someone else has died because of your foolish actions. But, yeah, I did get stuck with that last night, so, you know, one of those things, unfortunately. Right, let's do some more messages then, my darlings. Mick says, does that mean iPhones are going to turn you straight, Chris? No, I tried that, Mick. I haven't always been this camp, dear. Or maybe I have, but I just didn't realise it. In actual fact, the whole gay issue thing, people knew I was before I knew. That's the absolute truth of it. I think you go into denial for a very long time. You do go into denial. People generally know before you do. I'm sure they... In fact, I have increased... I'm very pleased to say I have increased the campness of my house this evening. Just before I came over there, I put some fairy lights around a tree outside. In the communal area. It's all little white fairy lights. I like fairy lights. Do you like fairy lights? I love them. I've got a brand new set for the caravan up north. I can't wait to put them up. I'm not up there next week. Probably back up there the week after. I haven't decided yet. I've got some bits and pieces to do down there. Trouble is, when you sort of your roots are here, it's very difficult, you know, to get other things done when you're going up there all the time. But yeah, certainly. I've got all the lights there, and I've got a load of lights to put around my cat. I love fairy lights. I love fairy lights, don't you? Heidi, just to let you know, when you send a message, everyone does see that, okay? Everyone does see messages that you send, my darling, all right? Kate's got a Samsung Galaxy 8. No, you'll be fine, Kate. No gay would be seen dead with one of those, my darling. Okay, you're... All right. Where are we? Weird City Citizen, hello to you. All right. Jason wants you to come round as well, Ellie. Look. Well, shit, that won't bother her. She's happy to do 2, 3, 4, 5 at the same time, Jason. It's a bit like that where I used to go in chariots. It was a wonderful time that I had there over the years. Hello to Dudiest Ricky Anderson, who's got a Sony Xperia. Oh, they're expensive phones, aren't they? Are they popular? The Sony Xperia? They're quite a nice phone, isn't it? They're very, am I right in thinking they're very flat, those phones, if you see what I mean? Very flat and square, whereas the iPhones have got, like, rounded corners. You know, I'd try another phone. I'm a bit... I'm concerned moving from one system to another. So you're kind of hooked within the iPhone system and to go on to the Android or something like that. Now, my nephew did that. He went from iPhone to Huawei, as well as my brother-in-law, actually, and they had no problems whatsoever. They were very happy with it. You know, so perhaps it's in my own mind why I won't sort of... I mean, I have thought about sort of... I like the Huawei phones. I do like the Huawei phones. I think they're excellent things. All these people going on about spying and all that business. Pajaro says you sound lovely, Ellie. So there we are. That's nice, isn't it? There we are. Ellie, I think you just drive slow because you want followed by fans. There's no fans following me, unfortunately. Hello to Ian Days. Good evening to you. All right, Ian Days, welcome to the show. No, you haven't done we haven't done the tickets yet. We're going to do those in a second, darling. All right, don't worry, my love. Der Presser. Good evening, Der Presser. That's a good one. Der Presser. I like that name. All right. Good. And there we are. Right, how are we doing on time? Now, can I just check? I think that might have been my mate coming in downstairs. Let's have a look there. See if my mate's arrived. That's my camera downstairs going. When you hear that little ping, someone or something has walked across outside. I don't know if it was him or not. No, maybe not. It might have been a cat. Sometimes a cat walks past, send it. Oh, let me just give a shout down. Ronnie, you downstairs? No, I am alone once again. Another night alone, boys and girls. Oh, I'm practically like Ellie now. I'm alone once again. Great show. How long have you been in this business? I've been doing these shows I think we're at 14 years. We just popped past 14 years last Sunday. I think it was last Sunday. 14 years ago, I started doing these shows. First of all, as audio only. And then the whole accident, the whole video thing, that was a complete accident, getting into the video thing. Yeah, someone said, try putting a camera, and I thought, no, and I did it, and I just left it there, and that was it. Who's that in the wedding photo? That's my mum and dad. No longer with us, unfortunately. There's my dad, Jerry, and my mum, Bridget. That's who that is. Very old photograph, isn't it? And, yeah. Sometimes I wish they could be here and see us doing all this. I'd have them in here. I don't think my mum would come in. No, my mum wouldn't want to be on here if she was still around. My dad would. Oh, God, he'd be straight up here, mate. He'd be straight up here. I used to have a little pirate radio station. When I say I used to have a pirate radio station, it started off as basically a speaker in the living room connected to a record player upstairs. Then eventually I added a microphone. I was about 15 or 16 at the time. And I used to get my dad to come up on a Saturday after watching Grandstand, and he'd write down all these scores, and I'd get him to read them all out again. You know, just down to my mum in the living room. But if my dad was still around, he would absolutely be in here. He'd want to come into the studio with me. He absolutely would. He really would. So thank you very much. Yes, and I do. I really, really miss my mum and dad. And we can only hope, you know, whether you believe in stuff or not, makes no difference. I really hope that one day I can meet them again, you know, and say sorry for all the bad things I did when I was a child. Terrible things, dear, terrible things. And, you know, I know some of you are parents out there. And I'm sure some of you have got children that have upset you in the past. And that, but remember, you probably did the same to your parents. So don't think too much about it. If your children are doing stuff that are upsetting you, remember when you did the same and then your parents died and it comes back to smash you in the face time and time again after they left? I know there's a particular person who does a lot for this particular person does a lot for their child. I'm absolutely no way I'm going to mention this person, and doesn't really get thanks or anything back again. And I have to tell you, with my father there, I was exactly the same. I don't know if it's a child-father thing that it's like that. Maybe some of you weren't like that. But certainly, my dad used to get up on a bloody Saturday morning at 6:30 when he didn't have to get up to take me to work, to give me a lift to work. And I would get angry if he was a bit late. You know, nothing to do. You know, I would never ever show any sort of appreciation or buy him a gift or even thank him. Sometimes used to get back home and I'd be straight out of the car and back upstairs again. And I don't know what that is, why we don't thank our parents. But let me tell you, when they're gone, my God, does that come back to hit you. All right? So if you do have that with perhaps one of your children, whether they're like 20 or 40, then it just seems to be that that's what happens. I don't know why we don't show appreciations to our parents when they're here. But for God's sake, you know, I hope that when I go, which is probably in about 10,000 years' time, because YouTube have booked me to do this show for 10,000 years. I've been paid in advance. That's why we've got the lovely backdrops and things like that, you know. But, you know, I just think that's how it is. There might be one or two of you out there who were not like that and have shown gratefulness when you were a child. And when I say a child, I don't necessarily mean Someone who's like 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. That's not what I mean. I mean in your 20s, even in your 30s. My dad would you try and strike up a conversation with me in the living room, and I just cut him stone dead. One particular one. Oh, I just got my car insurance. I saved some money on it, and I say, yeah, all right. That's it. I'd have to stop. Wasn't different with a mum. Wasn't the same with my mum. I think I showed my mum much more appreciation than my dad. I don't know if that's a dad-son thing or a dad-daughter thing. I don't know. It just seems to be how it is. So if you've got children and they're a little bit difficult like that, don't worry, because once you're dead, that will get to them then. All right? Because it gets to me every time. All right. All right, let's have a look there. Jason, my parents have passed on. Also miss them like crazy, but also remember the good times. Oh, yes. Yeah. Depresser, you're so right, Chris. I never thanked my mum as well. Now she's gone and it's too late. Yeah, see, we're all saying the same thing. All say the same thing now. Jason, always appreciate what your parents. You only get one mum and dad. You certainly do. Certainly do. Ellie, I noticed that they regret things after their parents are gone nowadays, Chris. I always appreciated my parents, so good on you. Good on you. All righty, now tomorrow morning, wait for it. Tomorrow morning, we do a raffle. It happens every Monday morning, somewhere between the hours of about 8:30 and 10 o'clock is our raffle, boys and girls. You can win one of those. Okay? You can only get these through winning the raffle. Or you can buy one for just £10,000 super chat. Okay, so I'll leave it up to you, whatever you want to do. What we do is we give out a ticket for every show, and we've got a lot of new people with us this evening, so a very, very good evening to you. All right, we do a raffle every Monday morning, somewhere between 8:30 and 10 o'clock. Okay, you can get a raffle ticket for every show that's on, but you can only claim your raffle ticket either while the show is on, or if you're watching a recording of the show, email me at that email address. But you must get that email in before we start the next show. You can't backdate 2 or 3 days. All right, it's only available for one show. So if you get a ticket and you can get one ticket for every show. If you get a ticket while you're with us live, don't ask for one by email as well, because when I match them up, I'll see that that's happened and I'll take out all your tickets so it's fair to everyone. Now, you have actually got a little bit more of a chance this week because there's not too many raffle tickets. We've only got Mondays and Saturdays here. All I've got is... Did we do a show Monday? No, we didn't, did we? Sunday. Then we did the raffle Monday. Yes, Mondays and Sundays. I've only got Mondays and Sundays tickets here. So we've only got 3 days worth of tickets this week. All right, so you've got a better chance. So, if you want a raffle ticket, speak now. All you've got to do is say, ticket please, and I'll give you a raffle ticket and I'll read out your number as well. So here we go. Jason Massey, number 274. Jason. Okay, Ellie Scott Shaw is number 272. Ellie Scott Shaw. Sorry, that's wrong. 275. Ellie 275. Hang on a minute. I'll have to stop that a second. 1 minute. It's jumping far. I won't keep up with that lot. Blimey. Oh, we're going to do about 50 tickets today, are we? Let's have a look. Where did we go? Ellie Scott Shaw. Right, so let's start again. Jason Massey, 274. Ellie Scott Shaw, 275. Mick Davenport, 276. Can he have the winning one? Oh, I don't know about that, Mick. There's no cheating. We never have any cheating. 277 for Roy Brownlowe. Low. Ian Days, 278. Thank you, Ian. 279 is for Pajero. Michael Lawrence, 280. 281 for Artmaster. 281 for 2 Artmaster. Hang on a minute, my loves. Excuse me. Jason Hughes, 282. Ben Rolfe, 283. Mark Bowles, 284. I'd love to get you an iPhone, Mark. Sean Pye, 285. Your badge is already on its way, Sean. All right, mate. That's on its way now. 286 for Virginia Gonzalez. Carol MC and Dave, 287. I know your badge has gone as well. 2884, Diane Jeb. 289, Russ Philip Vernon. I do keep them next to me here, just in case we get any doubles. 294, Kate Doody. Katie baby, Kate Doody. If that's 290 for you, Kate darling. All right. 291. Oh, scrolling up. Pete Branch. There's our Pete. Branch. Thank you, Pete. We're all 291, Pete. Lee Toby, 292. Heidi baby. Heidi Oliver, 283. When I was on holiday, I did look for a little key ring for you, but they didn't have any. Can you believe that? I was looking. They had Haven Holiday key rings, but not Mablethorpe where we were, so I didn't get one. But I did look for a key ring for you last week, my darling. All right. Kim Witt. Hello, Kim. Kim Witt, 294. MP Dodsworth on 295. Ooh, who's going to get number 300, I wonder? Ian Days. Pete, we've done you, haven't we? Pete Branch. Do me a favour, gang. Just ask once for your ticket, okay? Otherwise, it'll get really confusing. Pete Branch is done. Adrian Richardson. There we are. That's it, Adrian Richardson. When I get to the end of the list, I'll tell you. And then if I've missed you out, let me know, okay? Adrian Richardson is 296. There's LaBelle, 297. Thank you, LaBelle. Artmaster. If I'm lucky enough to win, I'll pick it up Friday. Oh, you're coming to karaoke Friday. Hope you come and sing, Pete. They all want to come and see you sing. You may have seen actually. So if people come along to the karaoke, then I do present the raffle prize to you on stage. That you are presented. Maureen got hers last week, so there we are. All right. I think that is my ticket number 294. Said Heidi. Nope, 293. 294 is Kim. You're 293, darling. All right. There we are. Okay, I think I've got to the end of the list there, boys and girls. Anyone else want a raffle ticket? Who I've missed out? Speak now, please. Speak now. Okay, have I missed anyone out there from the raffle? Do speak now, my darlings. Or forever hold thy tongue. When's the last time you went to a funeral, eh? I went to one a few weeks ago. My dear, lovely friend, non-Irish Mary from Ireland. And it was a lovely mass, actually, first of all in the church, and then the crematorium. I have to say, I'm not a fan of crematorium services in those silly little chapels that they have. I find them extremely impersonal, horrible things. Pete Branch, it's his mum's birthday today. Happy birthday today to Pearl. All right, happy birthday to Pearl. Okay? You're right, Pearl. Happy birthday, darling. Anyway, I really don't like crematoriums. But anyway, it went off and it was done and that was it. Well, in the Daily Mirror this morning, a widow. Has this ever happened? I mean, could this ever happen to you, I wonder? Just imagine if it was you, actually. A widow has recalled the harrowing moment her husband's coffin was dropped, exposing his body to hundreds of grief-stricken mourners. Oh, my word. This lady, Debbie, burst into tears as the horrific incident unfolded at the funeral of 55-year-old Gavin, who was only 55. I think a lot of you over here are sort of over the age of 50, aren't you? And as you get older, of course, you're still there. And a lot of people underneath you are gone. And you think, oh, they went at 40. I'm 56 now. 57 next year. Do you know what I mean? Do you think like that as well? Because a soothsayer told me, it was a friend of mine actually, he looked at my palm once and told me I was going to die at 57. Well, I'm 56 now. You know, what we got now? October, November, December, January, February. 4 months left, that's it. I've got 4 months left. I'll have to do 24-hour shows to get in everything I want to say. I've got time to do everything, dear. Anyway, this lady burst into tears. Can you just imagine it? At the funeral of her 55-year-old Gavin, who died after battling several health issues. The traumatising ordeal forced Debbie and her family to hold 2 funerals at a time when they were already consumed by grief. Happened in 2015, but Debbie claims funeral director Clark Pearson refused to accept the blame. My God, she watched in disbelief as Gavin's coffin was dropped by pallbearers, lowering him into his grave at Newcastle's West Cemetery. Now, I've done that for my Uncle Terry. And it's the only time I've ever done it, pallbearer for my Uncle Terry, which was I think it's about two or 3 years ago now. And it's not an easy thing to do. Maybe 1 or 2 of you have done it as well. But to be the pallbearer of coffin, because you got to lift this thing onto your shoulders. Okay, there's 4 of you, sometimes 6. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. It really isn't. It's not comfortable. I'll tell you that. But nevertheless, on impact, the coffin shattered to pieces, leaving the popular dad on show to between 400 and 500 people who looked on in horror. She said, I just burst into tears. The lid smashed open and the kids jumped in. The kids jumped into his grave. When lifting the coffin out, it just fell to bits. Hang on a minute. I just burst into tears. The lid smashed open and the kids jumped into his grave. When lifting the coffin out, it just fell to bits. Oh, God. We paid extra for a solid oak coffin with strong gold handles. We found out that it was a replica MDF coffin that just shattered when it was dropped. Just imagine that happening to someone. Have you got any stories like that, gang? The pallbearers responsible allegedly fled the scene, leaving the couple's children to leap into the plot to recover Gavin's body. How awful. Just imagine. Has that ever happened to anyone? I don't know whether I would laugh or cry, to be honest. Well, of course, if you were dead, you wouldn't do either, would you, I suppose? I intend to go with a big smiling face like this. I could have a pose, couldn't I? Like that. Like that. I can't have something like that. Where are we now? Let's have a look there. Kate's not 50 yet. She's got 5 years left. Well, that's all right, Kate. Plenty of life left in you, my darling. Jason, make sure you let us know when you're popping your clogs. We don't want to miss out on the raffle ticket. Did you see the numbers drop down as soon as the raffle ticket was finished? It's like people are only here for the badge. Jason's got 13 years till he's 50. Oh, so you're 37? My favourite age, Jason, was my age period was between 32 and 47. That was my favourite age period. That's when I had the most fun. Absolutely. Not in my 20s. No, and certainly not in my teenage years. My best, when I was having the best times, going out all the time, getting off my head, that was between 32 and 47. That's 10 years, nearly 10 years ago now. That was the best time. So you're in that now, you lucky thing. I'm jealous, Jason. Very jealous. Roy's 58, but still... I'm not reading that out. Still goes at it like he's 21. Yeah, if you say so, mate. If you say so. If you're happy with that, then we're happy too. Roy still goes at it like he's 21. Do me a favour. Ellie Scott said, my ex-husband said he was supposed to die at 15 and is still living. Oh, you sound disappointed, Ellie. Is there no insurance sorted out on that one, my love? Ellie, I thought it was an MFI coffin, Chris. Put it together yourself. Bit difficult when you're dead. Can they deliver it before? Where are you going to store a coffin anyway? You'd get some very funny looks if you had one of those standing outside your front door, wouldn't you, eh? Roy, Manilow's been dead for years, does he know? There's Barry there. Well, don't you be speaking about my Barry like that. I tell you what, if any of the Manilow girls were here, they would have you for that. They are absolutely fanatical about Barry Manilow. I'm a big fan, but I'm not as like a super fan, you know. A little bit like you are of me, Roy. I know that. Roy Brownlowe is one of my super fans, aren't you, Roy? Absolutely. He even sent me £2 the other week. I was shocked and horrified. Mix 52 on the 31st of October, and is still at it like, look, why is sex come into it here? Everyone's talking about sex, aren't they? No, we're not even talking like that. You're desperate. All of you are desperate, dear. Can't you just go and have a cup of tea and a cake and be happy with that? Ian Daisy's the same age as Jason as well, so a lot of youngsters here. I didn't realise we had so many. Are you millennials? I'm very surprised that millennials are here. I don't usually get on with them. Ellie saw a video of people dropping a coffin in Italy and the bloke fell out. Ben's only 22. It's all downhill. Ben, don't you ever believe that, Ben. That is the biggest load of crap ever. If you're 22, you haven't got to your best part of your life yet. Let me tell you that now. For me, it was 32. It's different for everyone. 32, I really started having a good time. 32 to 47. So 2 decades of fun. I'm still having fun now doing this. Steph, was it on YouTube? There we go. I can see your comments, Steph. I just don't have time to read them all out, my darling. Sorry about that, my love. Or at least I see some of them, all right? Yeah. Carol, MC and Dave are very disappointed that we've got to the word sex. We're not going to carry on with the words sex. Eddie's getting chatted up, Chris. You're awful. Russ is 27, so young people here as well. 10 Hail Marys. 10 Hail Marys for anyone else that talks about sex. Absolutely. Right, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday on the Sunday, the 13th of October, 2019. Only 4 people today. We've got Matt Martins, who's in Canada. Good evening, Matt. Welcome. Happy birthday to you. 32 years old today. He's got a lovely little family in Canada. Church-going lad as well. So happy birthday to you, Matt. Hope you've had a nice day. We're coming at the end of your day now, really, aren't we? Julien. Julien. That's J.E., also known as J.P. Oh, you must be J.B. You always told me it was J.P. Julien. He comes along to the karaoke. Lovely picture of you. Happy birthday to you today, Julien. All right, hope you had a nice birthday. Henry White today is 26 years old. And Emma Louise Clements today is 37 years old. So happy birthday, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There we are, wishing people happy birthday. It's lovely when people come on there and say happy birthday as well, though. That's nice, that is. Jason, I'm 45, but sometimes feel 75. As I've got older, you get these aches and pains that seem to come from nowhere. I had one in my arm today, just there. It's like someone had hit me in the arm. Don't know what that comes. And I do have a problem with one of my knees if I go cycling. Now, this morning, interestingly enough, at church this morning, I didn't cycle to church because it was pouring down with rain this morning. So I got in the car, went to church, and when I was kneeling down, didn't hurt. So it's absolutely something to do with the cycling that causes the problem on my knee there. So yeah, as you get older, you do get little aches and pains. I certainly don't think I could dance all night long. I used to go to this club in Clerkenwell in London called Turnmills. The night was called. It was actually 3 nights. They had gallery on Friday, which I went to a couple of times. That was great. Trouble is, all the blokes were straight in there with their girlfriends, you know. And I'll be lapping it. Oh no one's looking at me tonight, you know. Trade, which was the gay night, and Sunday they had FF, which became. And we never really worked out what FF was standing for. There was FF, which became Warriors, which became Melt. I didn't like Melt, but I liked Warriors and FF. And I went to all these clubs every weekend and had the whale of a time, to be honest. And I would dance all night. You know, on a Saturday night, we'd open at 3:30 in the morning. We get there at 3:30 in the morning, and we would dance until 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Couldn't do that now. There's no way I could do that now. You know, I might get there at 3:30, 3:45. I'm looking for a cup of tea. It's true. Steph, Steph, did you not get a raffle ticket? Okay. Let me have a look. I don't think you did, actually, if I remember rightly. Okay, Steph, 298, Steph. Steph Diamond. There you go, my love. 298, okay? 298 for Steph, all right? Lots of people wishing people happy birthday. It's always nice for people to do that. Hello to Rosie Marshall. Good evening, Rosie. A little bit late, my love. Hello, darling. We're nearly finished now. Moostron. It's my brother's birthday and my brother-in-law's birthday also. Strange how it works out sometimes. Yeah, and expensive. That's if you buy them gifts. Don't want to buy too many gifts at the same time, do you, my love? Now, is that everyone today? Well, have we said hello to everyone that sent a message in? I think we have. Let's have a look. Ben, there's Ben. That's everyone today, isn't it? Good. Okie doke. I think we're there, aren't we? We're just about there. Just a reminder, gang. Soon. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah. I think that's everyone. That's everyone's message. At least I can see in front of me this morning. Now, don't forget, boys and girls, soon we'll be moving straight over onto YouTube only. Okay, so the show will come off Facebook and only be on YouTube. You need to be subscribed on YouTube. So it's youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. One of the reasons is it's a lot easier if everyone's in the same place. It makes it a lot easier for me. Also, we don't always get all the messages coming from Facebook onto the message system here. Okay, so sometimes they disappear. So I can't always read all the messages anyway. Certainly not tonight, as there's so many coming through. But yeah, they don't always come across. So that's one of the other reasons that we don't do all the, that we're moving straight over onto YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to that, okay? youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. So Jason's going to have a cup of Tetley. We're now with Chocky Biscuit. I'm going to do some dinner. I'm not sure what I'm going to have tonight, to be honest. I think I might have. I had beetroot burgers earlier with some mashed potato. I'll have unmashed potato, so that it's actual potato. Oh, I know what I do. I do a few of those, some nice potatoes in the oven. That's what I'm going to have for dinner. Yes. All righty, that's it for the show today. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Back with you again tomorrow morning, somewhere between 8:30 and 10 o'clock tomorrow. I've got to be in all day as well tomorrow. I've got a couple of parcels coming. Hopefully the bingo prizes will arrive. And don't forget, if you've sent a super chat, okay, you can get one of these. I will send you one of those, okay? Just email me your full postal address. There's the email address once again. Email me your full postal address. That's as long as I haven't sent you one out already. And I shall pop one of those in the post to you, hopefully tomorrow. Okay? Let me just check I've done everyone here. Yes, everyone's saying goodbye. Everyone's saying goodbye? Yes, everyone's saying goodbye, including me. Thanks so much for joining us, gang. See you again tomorrow morning, somewhere between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night now.